All right, so today we're going to talk about how we can convert hundredths into decimal form. So just like yesterday, I'm going to have my places. I have my tens place, my ones, then my decimal, then I have my tenths place, and after my tenths place, now we're going to add our next place, our hundredths place. So if I look at this first problem, I have 54 hundredths. So I can't just write my 54 in the hundredths place because this 54 is not a digit. Anything I put in a place has to be a digit. So my 54 hundredths, what I'm going to do is expand that. I'm going to make that 50 hundredths plus 4 hundredths. So my goal is to have everything again be a digit. So right here I see 4 hundredths. This is a digit. So I'm good to go there. I've got a hundredth there. This though, this is not a digit. So I have to change my 50 hundredths. That has to change. So the way I'm going to change this, I'm going to do 50 hundredths, and I'm going to find an equivalent fraction. I want that to be my tenths place now, because this is a multiple of 10. I know I can divide it by 10 tenths. So 10 divided by 10 gives me my 10. 50 divided by 10 gives me 5. So this is equal to 5 tenths plus 4 hundredths. Now I have my digits. These are both digits. So I have 0 ones. I have 5 tenths. And I have 4 hundredths. So my decimal becomes 0 and 54 hundredths. That's how I read that. 0 and 54 hundredths. All right, let's look at my, oops. So now let's look at, let me take a step back here. Let me look at how I'm going to shade this now. So I need 54 hundredths. But if I look at my model, it's broken into tenths. So we've looked here now. I've seen that 54 hundredths has 5 tenths. So I'm going to shade in 5 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5 tenths. So what I know about my relationship between tenths and hundredths is that my tenths are 10 times greater than my hundredths. If I think back to my hundredths model, like on our homework, we had a hundredths model. These are my tenths. So to make hundredths, each tenth is broken into 10 pieces. So now I can take this tenth, and I'm going to split it into tenths. I'm going to split it into hundredths. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. So if I do 10 pieces in each column, that would give me my hundredths. So now I can shade in 4 of those pieces. So I have 54 hundredths shaded in now. All right, let's look at this next one now. So now I have 73 hundredths. So I want to take my 73 hundredths and again expand it into 70 hundredths plus 3 hundredths. So 70 hundredths, again I can divide that by 10 tenths to give me my tenths. That gives me 7 tenths. So now I have 7 tenths. So I'm going to come up here and shade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. And that would also, if I think of this as hundredths, that would be 10 hundredths, 20 hundredths, 30 hundredths, 40 hundredths, 50 hundredths, 60 hundredths, 70 hundredths. I have 73 hundredths, so I have to go and break this into tenths again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry, I said tenths. I meant hundredths. So I can split this into my hundredths pieces, each of these little pieces, and I can shade in 3. So that gives me my 73 hundredths. So this is 7 tenths plus 3 hundredths. So my decimal is 0 and 73 hundredths. All right, let's look at this model right here. I want to show you what I'm doing here. So I'm going to take this model and I'm going to split the whole thing So when I split this into hundredths like I just did, we can see each column has 10 hundredths in it. That's what I was doing here and here. I was splitting them into my hundredths, but I already know that I have 2 tenths. So I have my 2 complete columns. That's why I didn't have to split all of them up. All right, go ahead, and your job is to finish the sheet.